Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance. If you put your clocks back an hour this past weekend, maintenance is an hour earlier than normal. If you didn't touch your clocks, maintenance normal time as usual. Ending this week with maintenance is just the Crystal Tower Explorer, so if you haven't finished farming that to craft your Final Fantasy III gear, you have till maintenance to finish that up. And new this week is week 2 of Dragon Quest as expected, so that's 3 new Neo Vision units. So we get a login with 30 shards each. No premium units, all the shards are in the shop, and again, like last week, the tickets, you can get the older units as well. They're doing a Black Friday login special bonus. So we're getting more Lapis Replica, and this one is marked as Seasonal Celebration. So this is going to be a new shop, separate from the other ones that we have at the moment. And they're going to give us a bunch there. So it looks like about 2,000 of this new Lapis replica from logging in for 2 weeks. We'll have to see what they put in that shop. Fountain of Lapis bundle is coming back, usually a good deal on that. We have some new vision cards. So 2 of the units, Dai and Leona, are sharing the same card. So that is 140 attack and magic, 50% attack and magic, and 25% limit damage. And Adventure of Dai only get the limit damage and the 500 flat attack and magic. And then for Vearn, he's getting 150 magic, 25 limit damage, and then locked to Adventure of Dai is another 25 limit damage and 500 flat magic. So for the category, it's a fine card. For anybody not fitting in the category, you're not going to use those cards on them really. And that seems to be it for new cards. We get a event, so they're giving us a box summon, so this is just going to be go in, farm, summon from the box. Some of the items is just items that we got last time, so the knife and the clothing for Dai and Pop. So nothing too great, none of it seems to be getting any boosts at all. And as far as bonus, Adventure of Dai category, of course. So nothing special there overall, just go in, farm, summon from the box, and that's about it. And then we have the banner. So we're getting Dai, Leona, and Vearn. And as far as step up, same exact thing we saw week 1. So again, it's like 27 for guaranteed out of the 3. And then if you want to go to pity after that, it's going to be 54,000 or so. So first we have Dai. So Brave Shift unit, base listed as attacker, shift, attack, and mage. He only gets 4 turns in the shift, have to wait 3 turns to go back. Super Trust, 2-handed sword, so 234 attack, 227 magic. Just him will get 750 attack and magic. So the old Dai will not get the bonus from that. And then everybody else can get the 100% Demon Killer. Regular Trust, Materia, 50% attack and magic and 50% limit damage. That's fine overall. Global upgrade to his leader skill. So 750 attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit for Adventure of Dai category only. And then 600 attack and magic and 200 defense and spirit for lightning category. So he's getting the 100 boost like Avan. Featured abilities, nothing much there. Leona. So she is a healer and buffer. I think she's pretty standard for what we get for healer buffer tagged units. Super limit burst. So super, 100 mana, 46 magic, 55 spirit, 30% to fire, ice, lightning, wind, and light resist. Just her will get the 500 flat magic and spirits. And everybody else should be able to get the 8% mana regen per turn. Regular Trust, also accessory. 56 magic and spirit, 30% light and dark resist. Just her will get the 500 flat magic and spirits. Everybody else will get 75% equipment spirit when single wielding a sword, staff, or throwing weapon. And then she gets 100% attack and magic for Adventure of Dai leader skill. And then we have True Dark King Vearn. So again, Brave Shift unit, both listed as magic attacker. He gets 4 turns in the shift, and you have to wait 3 turns, so just like die as far as brave shifting. Super accessory, 88 magic, 30% dark resist. He'll get 500 flat magic. Everybody else can get 50% limit damage, and that's not bad overall for a LB and magic accessory. Regular Trust, Materia, 50% magic, equipment magic 50% when using a staff, rod, or fist. It's okay if you're using the weapons. Leader skills, 750 attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit for Adventure of Die, and 500 attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit for fire category. And nothing had a global boost on it, so they say they give him a global upgrade, but they're not listing it, so I'm not sure what he's getting upgraded as it's none of the featured stuff. I figured they'd do his leader skill to 600 on the fire part, but unless they typoed that, we'll have to wait for the data mine. We can take a look at what they look like on the JP side, though. So first we have Leona. So she gets 30% lit resist, just naturally. Decent heal, a single target only. Sleep, you're never going to use that. Magic, poison, and sleep cure for the party. Triple cast, so she gets a field. Fire, ice, lightning, wind, and light for 30% on the party side, so she matches all of Avan's elements there. She can also do a 60% boost to all the elements to a single ally for 3 turns. Bolting chain move, low modifier. Heal and cure everything is useful. Recover mana and LB fill by 8, that's also very useful. 200 defense and spirit with 50% physical and magic mitigation. Usable there. She's got a Magnus, which is a perfect dispel on all enemies and an 83% break. That could be usable. Full heal to one ally that she can pretty much cast once a turn. 160 Demon and Stone Killer for the party for 3 turns, and 400% stat buff to a single ally for 3 turns. So okay stuff overall. Double hand unit, she does have some chain cap. 1000 static magic and 500 spirit for using the trust. Gets another 500 each at EX3, plus her accessories. As far as a limit, so base limit 300% stat buffs, 250 limit damage, 25% to her elements. And then the super version is 300 on the stat buffs, 300 limit damage, 35 on all the elements, and 100% latent dark resist added. So she's okay overall. I don't see her being too strong, but she at least has 300% limit damage buff on the super, which is nice. And at least 35 on the elements for the LB, which is pretty much what all our standard imbues we've been getting have. Field could be useful. It would be nice if they had a better single target boost instead of just the 60% to everything. But she's not going to be used too much, but she'll have some uses here and there, I think. Take a look at Vearn, so our magic damage dealer. So in the base, he's got his 150 fire magic, Magnus as expected. Cooldown to boost his limit, 130 modifier, 300 storm magic. Bolting and Chaos Wave fire chaining moves. Unlock with a 99% mitigate for 1 turn. Fire and Dark physical, single hit, 85 break to all enemies, and an inflict stop. Stop won't land that much, but 85 break could be useful. See, re-raise for the fight for himself. And pretty much just a heal and refresh mana. So as far as his unlocked stuff, He gets triple cast, unique selection, 2000 on a nuke, or a so fire magic 2000 finisher, or a dark physical that does magic damage 2000 finisher. Reflect 3 spells and mitigate physical damage. Base limit, so 30% staff resist down, 40% rod resist down, 130 fire and peril, and 330 fire magic hit with 2 hits. So that would be 460 with the cooldown and then 300 store magic. That's not bad for damage. As far as the shift goes, a lot of the same. He still has his boost there. He's got 300 stat boost for himself only with 75% general mitigation. That could be usable. See, stacking move that will stack up to 400x modifier finisher. Bolting chain. He loses his chaos chain in the shift. He gets add fire and 40 self fire boost on demand. Dragon and human killer for 200%. And then his shifted limit is a bolting chain, 140 fire down with 430 on the modifier. So that would be 560 with the store magic and everything on top of that. So his shift is definitely going to be the main damage. AoE as well, which is really nice. So the only thing it doesn't have is the weapon imperil. So you want to do the base limit to get the imperil there and then do the shifted limit for the big damage. So he should definitely do quite a bit of damage, it looks like. Fire locked, obviously being a fire mage. And then we can take a look at die. So he's got his 150 lightning Magnus. We have bolting for both lightning and wind. So he's got magic, magic. So they're all magic for those chain moves there. Single target and AoE. The AoE bolting being more damage doesn't fully make sense, but okay. 99 mitigate for 1 turn is definitely useful. Physical attack with magic damage, bolting. Triple cast. Then he's got his lightning physical, absolute mirror. He's got his bolting physical chain. He can imbue himself lightning and light, 30 amp on there. He's got a finisher with 2 500x modifier hits. Will only go off once when dual wielding, so not as good. See, 30 LB fill to all allies without using his own limit is actually really nice. So LB fill with a 200 fill rate buff for 3 turns, and he can only use it once per fight, but it doesn't cost him anything. That's actually nice. Then he's got his cooldown to boost his limit, only 100x modifier there. But he does have a 130 demon killer. So self-only demon killer and a 100 limit modifier. Double hand unit. So base limit, we get 40 sword down, 85 defense break. He'll give himself 200 limit buff if you don't have anything, and 380 on the modifier. So with the preemptive, if you gear him with that and his cooldown, that's another 200. So that would be 580, and that's just 2 double hit. And then for the shift, base kit pretty much looking the same. He's got a 200% stealth demon killer. And his limit boost is 130 modifier with 300 storm magic. He's got a cooldown for 40 sword down, 85 defense break. It also does 1000 finisher. But it's nice that they give him a sword and peril in the shift on a cooldown. 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . So his shifter limit is magic damage. Still 2 hits. So 130 lightning down, 85 defense. Spirit break, 300 on his LV buff, and 430 modifier. So that will only get the cooldown boost. So that would be 560, but it does have the 300 storm magic. So with the preemptive on the base, they might be about the same or so. But it is nice that he has access to the sword and peril in both forms, at least. So he should do a decent amount of damage as well. Plus a nice lightning leader. And that seems to be about all the news that we have. So I didn't see them adding in any of the old boosts for the older units for the actual abilities instead of just adding the materia changes to them, which is a little disappointing. I was really hoping that the old units would get their boosts because I was looking forward to them. So unless they sneak those in during maintenance, I didn't see any news listed, which is quite disappointing overall. But I was planning on pulling for all 6 units, so I am going to pull for these 3 as well, and hopefully get 1 copy of each, just like we did the week 1 ones. And anybody that does decide to pull, good luck to you. Seeing that's about it, we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.